Today we're going to be talking about the Black Haitians coming to America. My name is Hakeem Brown, and this is Pop City Culture.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother. Welcome to the most listened to international podcast around the world. Hakeem and Reggie Brown are two young African-American boys speaking the truth. This is Pop City Culture.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Hakeem Brown, and this is Pop City Culture. Hope you guys are loving it. We are, as always, one of the number one podcasts around the world. Thank you very much. And I think people just tune in for me. Anyways, today, we're going to be talking about the Black Negro Haitians coming to America down by the Mexican border. But before we start that, I got to introduce my other half, my brother from the same mother, Hakeem Brown.
Hey, thank you there, Reggie. Before we start, I do have to say one thing. We have we have a whole lot of traffic coming in our house today. Got these girls talking in the background and opening up doors. So, if you guys find that distracting, you gotta know why. Because, when we do this thing, it's live and it ain't our house. We ain't got no control over, who's coming in and out. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about the Black Negro Haitians coming over the border.
Yep, over the border.
To America. From the Mexican border.
From the Mexican border, that's right.
A lot of people are saying that it's discriminatory.
Oh, a lot of people.
That, there are,
What?
a different set of standards for black people and everybody else who come to America.
Say it ain't so, brother.
Because we're going to get into it later on. But in case people don't know, Reggie, what do you think of hold on a second. Azadoria.
What? Who are we calling?
Azadoria.
Oh, my girl. This is my
Come
girl,
here, since
Azadoria.
you won't shut up in the background.
I know. I can hear him in the background. They're loud.
We're going to bring Azadoria in. Calm down, Reggie.
Pick up my girl.
Okay.
Pick up my girl.
So, Azadoria, we got the Black Negro Haitians
Say what?
coming to America. And these Black Negro Haitians, people feel like, are being treated a little differently than the other people coming to America. So, Azadoria, tell me what you think about these Black Negro Haitians.
My girl's back there laughing.
Coming into America, being treated differently with people on horsebacks as they're using their reins to corral the Black Negro Haitians. What do you think, Azadoria? And come over here by the
Man, this girl be looking shy.
mic. Go on. Don't be shy.
Say something.
Tell us about the Black Negro Haitians.
Go on, Azadoria. This is going to be funny. It's going to be funny.
What is so funny? What's so funny?
My brother?
What's so funny?
The way you saying all that stuff.
You're
Go on.
black, aren't you?
Yes, I am, but I'm actually Nigerian.
You ain't no Nigerian. You're like mixed, aren't you? You're like black Negro American, and your mom was white, Polish, French, or something.
Yes, I am Nigerian and Polish. My sister, you guys know her.
Man, I don't know your sister. Introduce me, man. Who?
She took a DNA test,
Oh, she must be
so
Maya.
that's how I know.
Maya. Uh-huh.
So you're a black Negro, Nigerian, American, French, Polish,
Oh, my God. That's like a melting pot
Mixed.
of America.
mulatto girl.
Yes, I guess she is. She just said it, man.
Yeah, that'll be correct, I guess.
Well, what do you think about the Black Negro Haitians trying to run to freedom on the freedom train to America?
Man, look at her. She can't stop laughing, man.
Do
when
you
saying
think
that
these
stuff.
Black Negro Haitians deserve to come to America?
Another dumb question from my brother. Go on and answer that.
Speak
Doria.
up. That people can't hear you.
Doria, stop laughing. You got. I gotta hear. This is gonna be funny. This is gonna be funny.
I mean, there ain't no wrong answer. People want freedom, don't they?
Yeah, don't you?
Hey, my Black Negro ancestors from Nigeria, Africa. I guess, everything they went
Man,
through
what did they go through?
made it so I could have a podcast today. So I am the hope something of the slave, as Maya Angelou would say. I don't know the whole poem
Man,
because I'm just a kid, so I gotta go back and like read it.
Be prepared next time, man.
Shut up, Reggie.
you shut up, man.
Anyways,
This is ridiculous.
you still didn't answer my question.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go on. My future wife.
When it comes to black Negro black Negro
You can't even
black
get it straight.
Negro Haitians coming to America,
Too funny.
why do you think they're coming to America?
Because I think America has a lot of great opportunities. And I think a lot of people do come here from out of the U.S. for things like freedom and, giving their children, their family a new life and more opportunities where they can better themselves.
Man, what opportunity you got? You what? Tell me, what kind of opportunity has America given you?
A degree, Reggie. I have a master's, and many people may not think that black people can achieve such a high degree in education.
Well, I hope that answered your question there, Reggie. So next time you're gonna grab the mic out of my hand, you can just, not, okay?
Man, mind your business, man. I grab anything I want out of your hand. You don't tell me what
Anyways,
to do,
moving
man.
right along.
You move along,
So
man.
the black
Stupid.
the black Negro Negro Haitians.
Don't hurt yourself there.
Tell
Don't
me.
hurt yourself.
Do you we heard they were getting whipped by people on horseback.
Oh my God, they still whipping Negroes in America? What?
Then it was said no, they weren't. It was being blown out of proportion. Did you see the pictures?
No.
Oh well, maybe you should have saw the pictures before I asked you that question. Anyways, it was sort of debunked, but I mean, you never know. They said the Tuskegee experiment never really happened. I heard some people, but we're going to get into that to another show. But when it comes to the black Negro Haitians again, a lot of them are poor, and they're living under this. Well, they were living under this bridge.
Obviously, they poor. Fool, if they were rich, they'd be living at the Holiday Inn, man.
But I guess the government, I don't know who's in charge of it, but they said, we're going to bulldoze this place down because we don't want no black Negro Haitians. They didn't use those words exactly, but they said these black Negro Haitians shouldn't be living like this under the bridge, making their own houses.
My brother, I'm going to have to tell you, that ain't no surprise. No surprise at all.
I guess. So they bulldozed it down, but did you hear what they did?
No.
To them?
What they do?
What the government?
What'd they do?
Did it very nicely.
Me and that story want to know what they did. Tell us what they did, man.
No.
Well, I guess they decided it's in the beginning. I mean, now they're letting some of the black Negro Haitians into America, but in the beginning, they said, well, you black Negro Haitians, you can, we're going to give you a plane and we're going to fly you back, ship y'all back there to Hades
No.
and give you a meal because Hades is where you belong.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if you heard that. Do you think that was sort of cold?
Man, that was funky cold Medina, but,
Yeah.
I don't think that was their exact word.
Because I guess a lot of our callers are saying, well, they they flew back all the black Negro Haitians, but what about other people who come through the border? How come they're being treated differently? So I guess now they're just letting them in. It's just an open field day. Everybody can come in, and so will they have opportunity here in America, you think? Because I know in their country's really messed up. They just had an assassination of a president. They with this COVID thing going on, do you think they'll have a better chance at survival in America?
Yeah, I do. I think that it'll give them a chance and maybe a sense of hope. And I think our education system is able to educate people, and that's where the opportunity comes from.
Yep, and we can't forget, every time they let them in, that's another vote, right? We need the votes, right?
Leave it to you to make it political.
Oh, yes. God bless America.
So I would say that Azadoria here, she's a young black Nigerian, French, Polish mulatto girl, and she's very happy to have talked to us today on our show because she was in the background making a whole lot of noise. So if you guys hear the noise, that's her. We can't sit there and just edit out the background noise because she wants to be. Now there's another girl in the background. That one's called Savannah. So I don't know. She's what is it? Okay, I guess she doesn't want to be on here. She gets, she's sort of violent, so
Sort of.
we gotta watch what we say around her.
Hold on.
I don't even know why she's even in this house. Oh, that's Asadoria's friend. Okay, so, so I was gonna say, how's she get in our house? We usually try to lock the doors.
Double
but
lock 'em.
Apparently, somebody left the door open, and
You, man.
when you leave the barn door open, anybody will just walk in. Any kind of animal, right?
Yo, you can't be calling my future wife an animal, right?
Yeah, okay. Anyways, I have some errands to run, so, a pleasure as always, boys.
No, baby, it was my pleasure.
Yeah, a pleasure too. Shut up, Reggie. She's not your future wife,
She
Reggie.
is my
so shut
future
up.
wife. You don't know what.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
You shut up, man.
Hey, thank you very much for coming over here and
Bye.
talking to us here on Pop City Culture, Asadoria.
Bye.
She's going to be our future president, right?
Bye, Azadoria. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll vote
So,
for you.
so you heard it here first on Pop City Culture, one of the most popular, one of the most demanded podcasts around the world. So, all right, everybody. So now we're going to get back on topic because Reggie got us distracted.
Man, don't be using me as an excuse, man. You're the one who got us distracted. You're the one who wanted Azadoria on here, man. Boo. You're stupid, man. Just go on with your stupid
So,
stuff.
okay, so where were we? Oh, so, Hades, I don't know if anybody knows this, but it was one of the wealthiest colonies in the Americas. Hades now is now the Western Hemisphere poorest country. So, that's why people are coming here.
Man, they come here for freedom, too, man. It's poor in their country, man. What you
Yep,
think?
and more than half its population live below the World Bank poverty line.
Man, that is downright terrible. Nobody should be living that poor. You know what I'm saying?
And like we said, foreign intervention and debt, political instability, and natural disasters have really hurt the Caribbean county's development. But, the assassination of the Hades president and the ongoing pandemic have increasingly challenged the Biden administration's plan for closer ties. So it's like going to be tough for Hades for a while and people there. But the thing is, a lot of people aren't from Hades. I guess they all moved to another country, and they're just making their path up towards the Mexican border. What do you think about that, Reggie?
Man, I think people got to move from Hades if they don't feel safe and they want to be free, like people in America,
Okay, so, I don't know if people know this too. Do you, Reggie, do you know the origins of Hades?
Not really, but I'm sure some idiot like you is going to tell me, right? So just go on with it, because this is one of your moments where you're trying to make it look stupid
No?
again. Go on.
Okay, so Spanish settlers arrived on the island of Hispaniola, which was comprised modern-day Haiti and the Dominican Republic in 1492. Now, within a quarter-century, disease brought the Europeans, such as smallpox and measles, decimated the indigenous Taino population. Over the next 3 centuries, European colonizers imported hundreds of thousands of what, Reggie?
Probably slaves, man.
That's right, enslaved people from Western and Central Africa to harvest. Do you know what it was, Reggie?
I don't know, more slaves? What?
I'm going to tell you. Sugar,
Yeah,
coffee,
Uh-huh.
and timber, all lucrative exports.
no doubt.
So I guess we could say Hades was founded on,
Slaves.
basically founded on slavery.
Man, that's what I just said, man. It's like you ain't even listening to me. Man.
So, the black Negro Haitians there really had it rough. So, and, so anyways, back to our century, thousands of Haitians are migrating to the U.S. after facing racism, poverty, and that's why they're here. So many Haitian immigrants left home and tried to build lives in Latin America, but they said because of, there was racism, there was poverty, language barriers too. Now, as the U.S. rebounds from the pandemic, a growing number of Haitians are abandoning those countries and making their way to the Texas-Mexico border. Reggie, a lot of people are upset.
No doubt, and rightfully so, my brother.
How they're being treated, like we said before, because people on horseback. It looked like, from the videos, it looked like they were corralling them up.
Man, it looked like they're corralling them up like, black Negro slaves of the slavery time, man. It didn't look cool, man.
Well,
It didn't
Reggie,
look
the
cool.
thing is, we saw videos and we see pictures,
Yeah, pictures don't lie.
but
What?
Supposedly they weren't
What? Here we go.
slaves slapping
What?
the black Negro Haitians.
Pictures.
It was all a misunderstanding. That according to them, it was a
my
misunderstanding,
God.
and I guess pictures sometimes lie.
Well, I guess American slavery was a misunderstanding as well. Yeah.
I guess they're I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't get it
Who
either.
am I to judge? We're just kids, so we really don't know. But anyways,
What?
let me get something here. There's this woman, Valerie Stefani Lamore. She's 36. Now, in an interview, she said racism in Panama was so bad that she was once told she smelled ugly and black.
Man, what is that? Some new fragrance on the market now or
She
something?
moved there from Haiti in 2005 after a violent attack at her school, where she saw her cousin get shot in the eye. Now, yeah, people, Reggie, people want to leave bad conditions, don't they?
Of course they want to leave bad conditions, man.
Yeah, when you leave bad conditions, you don't want to go somewhere worse. But that's why people really want to come to America, because they feel America, you can get a second chance. They feel America is a place where you can have the freedom you want, the freedom of race, religion, creed, anything, sexuality, anything. You can be free here and you won't be persecuted. And let's face it, I mean, in a lot of the other countries, people, it's some harsh living there. Don't you think, Reggie?
Man, of course it's some harsh living, man. And you know what? It ain't the land of opportunity the way America is, man. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity.
So last week, people said they crossed from Mexico into Del Rio, Texas. Border officials apprehended her boyfriend, and her 7-year-old twin sons and separated them. Her boyfriend, also from Haiti, was taken to a detention center. Lamore and her sons were let go. So tears streamed down her face. Lamore explained that without her boyfriend, she has nowhere to go. Now, they were headed to New Jersey, where her boyfriend has family. But she said that family won't accept her without the boyfriend there, too. The truth is, I don't know what I'm going to do, Lamore said. I never thought I would be in a situation like this, separated from the person that I love. So they're breaking up families. And I guess that's her boyfriend, and that's the boyfriend's child. But maybe it's because they weren't married by a government. But, who's to say? I mean, that's one thing I get confused about. What about you, Reggie?
Man, I'm still confused that they allow women and children to come to America alone. But if you're a guy, a boy, a male, you are thrown out of the country because you're not a female or a child. Dude, that's some messed up stuff, man. That's some messed up stuff. It's like, it's like they're begging the sex traffickers to come in here and all that stuff. And this is ridiculous.
Now, Reggie, what confuses me is if somebody gets married in, let's say, England, are they legally married here in the United States? Or if somebody's married in Africa or Australia, are they legally married in each country?
Man, I don't know. I know priest. I wouldn't know that, but I think families should stay together. You know what I'm saying?
So you need a piece of paper to keep a family together.
That's what that sort of hypocrisy sounds like. Hypocrisy,
So you can only have a piece of paper to say, yeah, only this piece of paper says you can't take me away from such and such. Otherwise, I mean, in America, I know some people don't want to get married because of financial burdens and reasons.
Yeah, rightfully so. Probably because of the tax laws and stuff, man. It's expensive to get married, man. To anybody, and then the taxes.
Yeah, so
in general.
it is really tough.
Yep, real tough.
And a lot of people,
What?
she also said on her journey she would see other women getting, assaulted.
Man, that's a shame.
They would walk by dead bodies in the jungle. Every time I saw a dead person, I said, I'm not going to die like that with my baby. She said, they survived, but now without her boyfriend to help support her and her family, the future is uncertain. While both Medimer and Lamore figure out where to stay next, like many black Negro Haitian families, they also have pending immigration cases, which may take years to wind through the courts. It's definitely a difficult time to be a black Negro Haitian.
Man, it's a difficult time to be a black Negro anything nowadays.
And a lot of people, it's you just don't know what to do. So like we were saying, how Haitian migrants are getting to the U.S. and where they may go next, it's unknown. The numbers. Somebody said it appears to be between 5,000 and 6,000 migrants in the makeshift camps that were bulldozed down.
Now we're talking about the houses and that all the Haitians made from sticks and stones and
because
stuff.
the media was just putting drones all over the place. And I think, well, what did the government say about the drones,
Man,
Reggie?
I know the government told one of the news networks they don't have any right to be flying stuff over there and taking pictures of stuff like that because it's embarrassing to America. You know?
So they wiped that area clean. They did not want those. They did not want that black Negro Haitian camp under that bridge because to them it was an eyesore. It was a stain on America. It was pretty bad. But I mean, we're looking at pictures and we see people holding a rope trying to get from one side of a river to the other. Hopefully they're not drowning. What do you think, Reggie?
I think they're lucky to have that rope, otherwise they would be drowning. But they need that rope for some kind of support. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody wants to be drowned in the middle of like the river.
So I'm looking at a picture here, and it shows some cowboys or rangers on horseback, and looks like some of these Haitians are almost drowning in the water, and the horses are just I don't know. But I will say this, Reggie. One thing is this: these Border Patrol people are very well trained. They, and they're on these horses that are well trained, and the horses actually are trained to save people in the water too. So let's be honest here, because these border people are not there to hurt people; they're there to protect the borders. So some of these pictures, like I said, I believe may be misconstrued.
I don't know, maybe not. I don't know.
And yeah, I know pictures can say a lot of things, but
Sure can.
you gotta take people for their word, or you gotta look at the pictures. It all depends on how you see it and your own personal experiences. So maybe U.S. policy has to change when it comes to immigrations. I know something's got to change. In any case, Reggie, this segment of talking about the black Negro Haitians is done, which brings us to what, Reggie?
It brings us to the words of wisdom.
Is there a double standard when it comes to letting immigrants into the country? There is a problem at the Mexican border. The Mexicans want to come to the United States, and it looks as though they are greeted with open arms and doors. In the background, the government says they are doing everything that they can to protect the borders, but we don't really see it. On the other hand, black Negro Haitians are also coming in. The scene that we saw was people on horseback corralling up these black Negro Haitians like animals, and a few pictures did not make the Border Patrol look good, as it appeared they were whipping the black Negro Haitians like slaves back in the day of the American slave days. Others say that it was not true. They weren't whipping anybody. They say that a picture speaks 1,000 words, and also videos. I guess you will have to decide. Anyways, is there a double standard as to how Negro, black Haitians, and the Mexicans are treated? Is there a dip of discrimination in there? It's hard for me to judge, as I am black and carry my own black Negro experiences to the table. It would be wrong for me to say one way or the other how I feel, but I can say this: either let everyone in the United States at the border, or let no one in. There cannot be a double standard when it comes to people wanting a better life, wanting to get away from the horrors of their own countries, people who leave their countries to want to be free. I believe they should be treated with open arms and hands. That is the American I grew up in. That is the American I know. That is the American I love, where they accept everybody. I guess the black Negro Haitians should feel good about one thing. The United States government gave some of them a nice luxury plane ride back to black Negro Haiti with a hot meal. I guess they should be grateful. By the way, that was sarcasm. And that is my words of wisdom.
Oh man, my brother, that was some deep words of wisdom. So now it's time to move on to the end of the show.
Thank you, Reggie, and thank you for joining us here on Pop City Culture. And thank you all for making us one of the most listened to podcasts around the world. our success is your success. You can download our past podcasts and enjoy them any time of the day, morning, noon, or night. I'll see you next time here on Pop City Culture. And as always, be kind and affectionate to one another. Remember whose you are. Peace.
Man, I don't know, man, but you be saying black, Negro, Haitians an awful lot. Like you trying to say something. But I guess they are black, they are Negro, and they are Haitian. All right. Let my people go. Let my people be free. See you next time here on Pop City Culture.